Welcome, everybody, to another episode of the Daily Fantasy Digest Podcast, the all-inclusive podcast where we talk all things fantasy sports to help give you an edge. Once again, I'm your host, Joe B. We're going to be breaking down this Monday, July 15th, 10-game slate, big slate for a Monday here. Just to do a quick recap of the weekend, had an incredible Saturday, everything cash in all formats, had an incredible Sunday as well. Looking at the pitching, Homer Bailey, even though he did get traded 30 minutes prior to lock, who was part of our stack here, we did still have the bats from the Rays. Meadows hit a homer. Brosio hit a homer. Lowe had a few base hits. We had DeGrom on the mound who pitched a 25-point game. Then we doubled it back with the Royals with Whit Merrifield. Adalberto Mondesi, who had a triple, as well as a few stolen bases as well, so that was really well. Had over 120-point lineup tonight, cash in all formats. So, I want to bring it back today on Monday with a video breakdown here. Let's jump right into it. Got 4 players above 10K today. Blake Snell, Kershaw, Giolito, and Castillo. And I have a feeling this is going to be the chalkiest guy on the slate, but Lucas Giolito has to be an absolute auto lock. Past 2 games against KC, 1 away and 1 home. 33-point performance at 10Ks and a 40-point performance at 11Ks. Kind of cooled off a little bit, towards this part of the season, these past few games. But you see a $1,100 price increase from the last game going up against Kansas City, just based on sheer numbers here. He pitched through 8 innings and 7.2 last matchup. So I think this is a great spot for Giolito here tomorrow. I feel like he's going to be the chalkiest player on the slate. Then I want to double it back here with SP2 Adam Plutko. Most recent numbers don't look too promising, but if we look over here, last time away at Detroit, struck out 6 through 6 innings. Had just pretty good stats overall, and we look at these earlier stats here. Even some of the away ones, anything over 10 points for Plutko for me was looking pretty decent. At 7.8K, I think it's just a great value, and the Tigers have just been terrible lately. Minus today's game where they put up 10 on a bullpen game from the Royals after Bailey got traded. I think Plutko's just a great value here. If you needed another value pitcher, just to throw this out here, Jacob Junis is another great play. Great K upside. I think he provides another solid value play as well. But for $300 more, I'll just go with Plutko. I think he's going to be a very popular value play as well. So let's jump right into the bat stacks for today. There's 3 that I want to tell you about, but I'm only going to be targeting 2 for today. The first one's going to be the Cleveland Indians. Here, Francisco Lindor, a 3,900 Jordan Luplow, and a Mercado play, Oscar Mercado, who's been on a kind of a hot spell lately, but at 4K going up to terrible lefty and Daniel Norris. I think this is just an automatic lock for these 3 guys here. I think it's going to just provide you with the most upside possible by stacking 3 Cleveland. The over-under is currently at 10 at Progressive Field. I think Daniel Norris is going to get absolutely shelled. Then I do want to play Coors Field here today, but I want to play from the side of the Giants. I want a few players here. They're quite overpriced, but players like Brandon Crawford, who are hitting from the left side of the plate, I'm hitting incredible lately. I want to get, if you decide to pivot off of Lindor. I'm really interested in players like Buster Posey, and I'm very interested in Tyler Austin, actually. He's just an incredible hitter. I think Austin and Kevin Pillar are great plays, and I want to double this back with a low-tier catcher play, being Andrew Knapp, who will most likely play just because of Kershaw's lefty pitching. If not, Max Stassi or Cam Gallagher are as well incredible plays. But I think, like I said, we are team low price catcher here, so don't be too scared when you take this away. There will always be a catcher at 2K or 2.2K at the very least. Somebody like Luke Mail even still provide you with $3,600 for a second and third baseman, which is not hard to find at all. But I think the players to target here on the side of San Francisco going up against Chichi Gonzalez is going to be Tyler Austin and Kevin Pillar, who are just incredible power hitters. I think both of these guys just have incredible numbers and are in for just a great play tomorrow. So for me, I'm going to be team low price catcher here, which is going to allow me to get somebody in this 3.6K range, somebody like Joe Panic, who usually leads off from the left side of the plate. I think Joe Panic is a great play. There's another couple plays that you'd be able to get as well. Like I said, keep out for some weather concerns as well. Pittsburgh and St. Louis could be in a potential rain out. So for me, I really want to go ahead and stack the side of Cleveland at Progressive Field. Francisco Lindor, Jordan Luplow, who's super underpriced, as well as Oscar Mercado, who all hit in the top tier of the lineup. And then on the side of San Francisco, I want to get Tyler Austin and Kevin Pillar as auto locks for me. And I want to double that back with pitchers Lucas Giolito and Adam Pluko from Cleveland. Then circling back with catcher Andrew Knapp going up against Clayton Kershaw. 2K is just a little, that's just a minimum price catcher. He doesn't have to have great numbers. All he needs is a base hit out of him, and I'm reaching value, and I'm happy. So as always on this channel, we do a dinger of the day call. Just who's going to hit a homer tomorrow. For me, that is going to be Kevin Pillar. I think the Giants are just a great stack tomorrow and are going to I think that Colorado is going to be more popular, being Derek Rodriguez coming back from injury. But I think the side of Kevin Pillar and the Giants is just somebody that you don't want to sleep on, especially having 2 homers here, just great performances. And still even a double-digit performance here against Milwaukee. So I think Kevin Pillar is in a great spot. He usually hits lower in the lineup, which is a little bit of a sleeper play. So I think Kevin Pillar hitting a homer is just a great value here for that a lot of people are going to be sleeping on. That's how roughly my lineup's going to look like come lock tomorrow. Lucas Giolito and Pluko at pitcher, stacking Cleveland as well as San Francisco, and then any low-price catcher for me, it just ends up being Andrew Knapp. So anybody 2.2K or lower is going to be vital for you to get 3.7K. Players second and third base. You can really maximize by playing somebody low here and being able to really maximize efforts to get somebody higher up in either the second or third base categories. So keep that in mind. Coming lock tomorrow, this is roughly what my lineup's going to look like, and I think this is the best strategy to cash and has worked the past week. To be honest, it's been a cashing week over here on the Daily Fantasy Digest podcast, so keep in mind for that. And if you were so lucky and you listened to these podcasts and you ended up getting entry into the Fantasy Football League that was launched, congratulations to you. All invites will be sent out by the end of day tomorrow, and the draft will be in August, so stay tuned for that. We'll be covering that here on the podcast as well. And stay tuned for some giveaways that will be coming this upcoming week. I want to give back to the community as well as a new project that I'm currently working on that will be launched within the next couple weeks. So stay tuned for that. We'll be having breakdowns every day this week, so be prepared. Let's win some money together. Good luck to everybody tomorrow. Hope everybody had a profitable weekend, and we'll see you next time on the Daily Fantasy Digest podcast.